I find that for many of us here in the West, and these days everywhere, that there continues to be a real need for us to give ourselves the same grace and space and care that we give to our friends, that we give to our loved ones, that we give to our pets, but we often leave ourselves out of the equation of loving kindness and or just compassion, friendliness, just basic kindness. And so I'm always interested in encouraging people to include themselves in the space and grace that they are offering to others in the world, and to introduce the idea or reinforce the idea that compassion for oneself is really the beginning of deepening and expanding compassion for all beings. Um, and so, yeah, usually I'm just trying to find interesting and sometimes maybe humorous and creative ways to help people maybe take it a little bit lighter on themselves and partially also because I'm also interested in people being able to sustain their meditation practice or their dharma practice or their spiritual path, whatever it is. And it's very hard to have a lifelong or sustained practice if we're constantly beating ourselves up for not being perfect in some way, shape, or form. And so I really feel like self-compassion is the fuel that allows us to take that next step, to pick ourselves back up, to encourage ourselves, to congratulate ourselves, to appreciate our efforts, to forgive ourselves, all those things, to be your own Kalyanamita, to be your own spiritual friend as you continue to take steps on the path. So yeah, so that's what I like to talk about, and I also like to point out, just how absurd and challenging it can be a person. A lot of us, I think, approach life as if we ought to know what's going on or have it all figured out, but it really is a mystery to be alive. And not only is it a mystery, but it's always changing. And so what's the best response in an ever-changing mystery? um I really do believe that it's presence and kindness. um but sometimes it can be healthy to just say, yeah, this is just so weird. It's just like, what is going on, um so yeah, so I think sometimes I like to try to point out the absurdity of existing and the need for self-compassion. um and so I like to do that through guided practice, through reflection, through conversation, all those types of things.